Saturday morning in Otley. It was a bit of rain last night, quite a lot of rain, so the river's flowing well today. You can see the weir had overflowed across its entire length. Not as bad as it sometimes is down here, where it's like really overflowing. So it's Otley, had some Waitrose coffees. Quite a strong breeze today. The water looks clear, it's not brown. Garnet's Wharf. This is the hydropower station, so you can see the flow is high when both sides are working. When the flow is lower, only one of these turns. So I had a request for a tour of the garden to look at the latest growth after all the rainfall, so here we go. So these are these little seeds that have just sort of, I think they might have self-seeded that, and they've come up at this time of year. And I think Stephanie scattered a few there and they've come up, these little orange ones. Seeds that were collected from last year's flowers. We just planted them again, the little annuals, those ones. Very good growth on these little laurel seedlings now in the pots. Just here you can see lots of good growth there. Geraniums are just doing their thing. So these are still in flower, these tall ones at the back. Quite a lot of these laurel leaves are dropping with the wind. You see some of the berries forming as well up there. And these ones have flowered for a second time, so they previously had died back. They would cut the sort of stems off, and then new stems have come up with new flowers on them, these ones. And this is flowering for a second time as well. This rose here, which I moved and planted, it's in the shade. It's only just starting to get some flowers on for the first time now. It's been struggling a bit there. Such a shaded spot, I think. Plenty of berries coming on this holly, variegated holly. I haven't cut the grass for quite a while. You can see how it's not that long. There's just a few bits which are sticking up actually. It's not too bad. It just makes it look long when there's a few bits sticking out. You can probably see from the rain gauge and things that it's some longer bits. It's actually not too bad. So there's a few straggly bits of this. I'll better cut these down. The blackberries, brambles, sort of just have suddenly shot up and poked themselves out of there really quickly, so I'll cut them back. There's a few bits of these trees there that are growing out, which I'll cut back as well. But it's not too bad. The lime trees, of course, still, months later, still shedding their seed pods all over the shop. Very messy tree, the lime tree. Berries coming on these plants now as well. This has stopped flowering, so I might give this a bit of a trim, this bush here in front of my office, and some of these as well. Give it a quick going over. Honeysuckle Big flowers on this, very tall. Still attracting flies and bees and wasps and all sorts of stuff. Twisted hazel has sort of grown quite a bit there. I might need to trim some of the top of that off. This is the bamboo. If you remember, a few weeks ago we cut it back just like down there, and all of a sudden it shot up, and look at the size of it now. That's just a few weeks. It's just went like that. Very windy today. So around the back here, these shrubs are not too bad. There's a little bit of fresh growth on that one, but it's not too bad. Little bits there, but still kept the shape really. Then here, there's some of this tree. It's this tree here. It must grow from little suckers and things. And then you can see they all shoot up, the little suckers. Just to keep pulling them back, cutting them back. In fact, they even come up through some of the paving there. But you can see them here. These are all the suckers growing up off the tree. Top of the hedges needs a bit of a trim. I only did it about 3 weeks ago, but it's sort of little bit shoots coming up. I might just do it with a hand shears, quick go. Oh yeah, the beans. I've picked a few. They're actually really nice, these beans. Picked a few. There's some more here. Very good going. Plenty to harvest. You can just pick like 4 or 5 off. Yeah. There we go. So there's not really lots of weeds or anything, it's just different flowers growing at different times, and some reflowering again after a sort of pause or a month or two, that sort of thing. So we've got a massive dragonfly here, look. It's been flying around the garden. It's just landed on that brick above the window. Green. So it's flying around, but it's huge. It's Saturday afternoon, breezy but sunny. Wings in a spider's web now. I don't know. Too powerful for a spider. So I think the species is a southern hawker dragonfly. It's got mainly green, but it's sort of a bluish tinge to some of it, and brown. Yeah, amazing. So still there. We think it's a female southern hawker. They're very inquisitive. They're not in the far north of England, but they're in this region, and they are very inquisitive, and apparently they approach people because they're inquisitive insects. So I think that's a female southern hawker.